Hey guys, welcome back to the channel today. I've got a fun guest for you today. I'm going to be talking with Hank Bachmeier. If you don't know who that is, he's the starting quarterback for the Boise State University Broncos football team. The Broncos are known for their blue turf, and Hank has been their starting quarterback since he came onto the team as a true freshman. Hank is a leader both on and off the field. He's an excellent student, receiving many Ivy League offers to play football, and he came here to play on that famous blue turf. I had a great conversation with Hank talking about his journey with acne from the time that he was a high school athlete and kind of following his journey through playing all through high school and getting college offers, and how dealing with acne impacted his self-esteem, his self-confidence, and the types of treatments that he went through in order to improve his acne. You want to stick around to the end of the video because Hank talks about advice he would give for student athletes or other students today, regardless of what you're involved in, if it's art, drama, any other types of extracurricular activities, or of course athletics, because you can't let one thing define you, and it's pretty easy to let things like acne get you down and impact your self-confidence and your self-esteem. So we have a great conversation about that, and then kind of what he's doing now for battling things like continued persistent acne, even though it's much more mild than it was before, and things like acne scars. So we talk a lot about that kind of stuff. I had a great conversation, love talking with him, and if you're not following his progress at Boise State University, you want to watch out for him this coming year because the team is shaping up to have another amazing winning season. We're talking a lot about a lot of different things, but kind of focusing around your skincare journey, and a lot of people don't necessarily think of that because you're an elite athlete and stuff, but you've dealt with acne in the past. Mm-hmm. Do you remember what age that kind of started for you?
I would want to say kind of when my teenage years hit, around 14 years old, I kind of noticed that I started to break out, and I didn't really before that, I just being the oldest of five, 4 boys and a girl, we just always playing around and playing sports and stuff, and I never really had that issue and they really had a skincare routine. I showered and stuff, but I wasn't really paying attention to it that much. And then kind of when I started getting acne, my mom was like, you gotta kind of get a skincare routine, and love the lady to death. She has great skin.
Yeah.
And I feel like the people with great skin, just their routine.
It just happens.
Yeah, they're just kind of like, oh yeah, you just kind of wash your face with soap, So I wash my face with bar soap. I don't know what I'm doing or anything. So really, that was kind of my introduction to acne was that, and my skincare routine was using bar soap. Mm-hmm. My mom used to get the isopropyl alcohol and cotton ball and wipe it.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I don't know how effective any of that is. You know more than me, but that was kind of my journey. And then around that, when it did happen, she's like, well, let's try this Proactive deal. So I did Proactive for a while, maybe a year, and my mom, I don't know, she's always trying to find the best deal, and I don't know, it's just funny because she would buy it on eBay or something. Okay. So she wasn't even necessarily going through it. So one day she bought, I think they had created a new brand, Proactive Plus.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I had switched from the regular ingredients to this, and I don't even know if it was it could have been anything, I guess. Yeah. But I broke out really bad. I had a really bad reaction to it. Mm-hmm. And
more acne, or you just got really dry? Or?
Yeah, a lot more acne.
Okay.
A lot more acne. And I broke out really bad, and I played quarterback in high school. Mm-hmm. And I started as a freshman on varsity in high school. Mm-hmm. And I kind of noticed my face really broke out the spring of my freshman year, and it was just really it was embarrassing for me to go to school, and it was tough for me just dealing with that, and it's something that I've really had to just kind of overcome, and it's been a journey for sure.
Yeah. So it impacted your self-perception, your self-confidence.
Yeah.
So Did you do anything to like try to hide your acne from other people, or did you just kind of like suffer internally but didn't show it outwardly?
Well, it kind of sucked. Like I said, just being the core rec at the school, like everyone has this kind of perception of you, and like I'm a pretty, I'd say, extroverted guy, and as a core rec, you kind of have to just hide your emotions anyways. I feel like publicly, so
you got to be the leader.
Yeah.
You can't like show that things are getting to you.
You have to be, yeah, exactly. You have to kind of. That's the personality that I've always had, and I'm kind of like I try to be like a laugh, funny kind of guy, goofy guy with my friends and stuff. So it was never really an issue for me publicly to handle it, just because like I can, as a core rec, you're dealing with a lot of media and stuff anyways, kind of getting on you and trying to poke stuff out of you, and I could kind of remain reserved in regards to acne, but you can ask my mom when I go home. There were days where I'd cry and be like, Mom, I don't want to go to school today.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And then like even just putting on a freaking helmet would hurt. Like, so.
The pressure from the helmet, the chin strap make things worse. Yeah. So you're getting like deep cystic stuff that's painful.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So you did the proactive, you got the bad reaction. Like, what did you do after that?
Yeah. So then I was like, Mom, I need to go to I need to go to a doctor. I need to go see a dermatologist. And like, the way that the process of our insurance worked was I just went to our regular general doctor that prescribes antibiotics for colds. Yeah. And she, I believe, prescribed me like a tetracycline.
Like a pill,
like an antibiotic pill. And I honestly think it even made it kind of worse. Yeah. And I was on that for a long time, and there was kind of like these process to get to the dermatologist. And so I did that, and then I finally got to a dermatologist, and they prescribed like a clindamycin and I think another type of antibiotic pill. And so I was doing that and the tretinoin, and that helped out a little bit, but not really too much. And it was finally around kind of going into my junior year, I believe. The dermatologist said, "Hey, let's try some Accutane." Okay. And I did Accutane, and that helped out a lot. Yeah. Like big time.
When the dermatologist gave you like the clindamycin and the other antibiotic, do you remember if they just prescribed it, or did they outline like, here's how you use it, here's your skincare routine, here's how to get the best benefit from it? Like, did they give you a lot of good instruction around it?
They were great. They were really good in the sense of just, prescribing me what they thought I needed. But they never really went through an entire like protocol or process of a skincare regimen. To be honest, I've never even really done a skincare regimen. I kind of just really did a sensitive cleanser with when I was taking all these medications and using the topical stuff. And that's what I've kind of done now. And when I was taking the Accutane, I was doing that and had Carmex in my pocket.
Just
the entire
load
time.
up on it.
Yeah. No. So that's just what I've been doing is I've just kind of used a really gentle cleanser now, and just kind of do that twice a day. And I think it's it's tough now even still with a helmet on all the time. You get breakouts pretty consistently.
Yeah. Accutane gets a bad reputation online. A lot of people are worried about it, about bad side effects. You've taken it. I've taken it as well. I prescribe it all the time. Were you aware of any of the controversies or concerns about the safety of Accutane when they prescribed it to you? Is that something that was on your radar?
Yeah, it was kind of a concern in a sense of from an athletic perspective of like, is it gonna be a detriment to me athletically? I saw no detriments in that regard. I was getting the tests, blood tests. Yep. However, is it every weeks or something?
We used to do it every month, and then more data has come out, and most dermatologists now, I would say, test maybe once or twice over the whole course of Accutane, but we don't test every month, at least in my practice.
So I think it was something like that, and I believe all those tests were okay, and the biggest thing was I got bloody noses and chapped lips. Yeah. And I was okay with that, to be honest, because my confidence and just how much better I felt about myself because Accutane was working for my skin. I was okay with, like I said, keeping a chapstick.
Yeah. And you're in high school. Most kids, I've seen other kids go through Accutane.
Yeah.
It's not a mystery to be treating acne. But it's good to hear that you didn't have any adverse effects. We do sometimes see people that will get a little bit achy, joint pains, muscle aches on Accutane. But most of my patients, I would say, have a similar experience to you. Dry skin, dry lips, occasional bloody nose for some people. And but their confidence gets better. Their mental health improves. And it changes. It's one of the most satisfying things to me as a dermatologist to see the kid come in and they've got their hoodie on and they're looking down. You can't see their face. And then 6 months later, you're like, congratulations, you have the Accutane. And they're just beaming. They've got, their face showing and they're just so happy. You changed their life. And so it sounds like you had kind of an experience like that. You're excelling in all these other areas of your life. And now, like, you feel like yourself.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing, too, is, like, it wasn't like just being a quarterback and being good at football. I was always out in the public and stuff, and yeah, I would wear a hood. Like you said, I was that type of kid that was kind of embarrassed about it. And just to be able to not wear it and kind of go out and have fun with my friends and hang out with them and not be self-conscious about what I looked like and what people thought about me in that aspect was huge. And it did give me a lot of confidence. And I do hear people talk about being comfortable with your acne and stuff. But it sucks, just being in that position. It does suck. And if there's something like an Accutane that can help, and going through that experience, I would recommend it.
Yeah, and you did it the right way, talking with the dermatologist, making sure it was appropriate, no contraindications, you're getting lab tests when appropriate, so all of that is important.
Yeah, so. Like I said, I'm very happy with that part, taking Accutane. So.
Yeah. So you got through Accutane, finished out high school, remained, relatively acne-free most of the time, and now you're Division I, starting quarterback. Do you still deal with acne, or is it still mostly, under the surface, not really happening?
Well, I got some scarring from just dealing with like cystic, acne, and so that's something that's kind of been frustrating, just having that scarring, and then the whole masks thing. I feel like we have to work out in masks, and we wear the gator masks. So I'll kind of get it a little bit here.
Yeah, because you're getting humidity all the way down here.
Yeah. So I'll get it right there. And yeah, it's frustrating, wearing the helmet, and then you gotta wear the mask all the time when you're not wearing a helmet, and when we're lifting, you have to wear it. So that's been, frustrating, but obviously it's understandable with COVID going on right now. But like I said, I really just use a gentle cleanser right now. I don't even know if it's necessarily fights acne or anything, but it's just something that I feel like, hey, I'm washing my face. But I don't really have that skincare routine. That you had mentioned something along the lines.
Yeah. And so that's one thing that we talked about earlier is trying to pick the right products. And a gentle skincare, like a gentle cleanser, can still help support the natural physiology of your skin. So if you're using tons of products that are drying you out, stripping away your oils, you can actually get more acne. So even just having a cleanser that supports your skin physiology, supports your skin barrier, for some people can be all they need to get their acne better. Where you're an athlete, I know you'd mentioned like you'll be working out for a few hours, then you might have to go watch game film, you can't go wash your face right away. So we talked about kind of some unique products that can help there, wipes you keep in your bag to kind of wipe down with. And so there's thankfully so many products to kind of fit unique situations like yours, or there might be somebody else who's a swimmer, and just whatever you're involved in, whether it's athletics or arts or humanities or anything, there's a lot of flexibility in designing a skincare routine, and that's where a dermatologist can be helpful. So you've kind of gone through that journey, and a lot of people go through that, and I think you have a lot of self-awareness that like you're in a position where a lot of people look up to you. There's a lot of kids that look up to you. They want to be a football player. And having gone through that, the discipline that it requires to be, a top-tier athlete, but also dealing with issues of acne and how that impacted your self-confidence, like what would you want to share with an up-and-coming athlete about just finding who they are along that journey and maybe dealing with acne?
Yeah. like I said, the day is going to go on. It is hard to, walk out of that door sometimes. It really is. And I think it's important, if it is something that is creating an impact in regards to your mental health, I think you should talk to your parents about maybe going and seeing a dermatologist. I think it's important for your health, your mental health, and that confidence, and just taking care of your skin, I think is really important, because you got a lot of things going on being an athlete. You don't want another thing that I think can easily be helped in regards to skin.
Yeah, and I think I think you said it well, that if it's impacting your mental health, because if somebody has acne and it doesn't bother them, that's okay too. I mean, it's really about being comfortable in the skin you're in that image. And if you have acne and you're unbothered by it, that's great. If you have acne and you're bothered by it, that can be worked on too. But having that confidence, I think that's the right message that you shared.
Yeah.
So
no, like I said, I think it's important. And what you said, I think if you don't think it's an issue, then I also think you're okay.
Yeah.
But when you are an athlete and you have aspirations to go on to another level, I think just having that as another thing to deal with, and the potential of it influencing your mental health, I think it's important to assess.
I think that covers some pretty good stuff, and kind of hopefully will help other people who might be on that journey. And we'll have to do some updates along the way. I know we're going to be talking about acne scarring in the future, and kind of showing what can be done to help improve acne scarring, because that's still part of that journey of acne, and improving your self-confidence and self-perception if somebody's dealing with acne scarring. So I think we got some exciting things.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Thank
cool.
you.
Yeah, thank you.